Solo dolo on that beat though. L0.
What's good with you? What's good with you? What's good, Adrian? What's good, Dorian? What's good, Jack? 2021. All right, so we are back for week 3 of Circus Ball or the Circus Bowl or whatever the hell you want to call it, but it ain't real football, so don't call it that. This week, it was on paper, a lot of the matchups were not the most entertaining. Keyword entertaining. What's good, Tiger Strong? Make sure y'all hit that like button too before I forget. But this week on paper, the matchups weren't that entertaining, but they managed to give us yet another overtime game. We had one in week 1, the Raiders versus the Ravens on Monday Night Football. We had one in week 2, Titans versus Seahawks. And now we have in week 3, guess who again? The Raiders at their home stadium yet again against the Miami Dolphins. A game that shouldn't even been to overtime. They whiffed on the tackle to let Jacoby Brissett score a touchdown. What up, homie? 43. Say the longest field goal in history and longest touchdown in the Circus FL on the same day. Yes, and the funny thing about that was that kickoff that got ran back for a touchdown, yeah, that was a 68-yard field goal attempt. Why, like my video said, why are they doing that? Who in their right mind is actually thinking, yeah, I'm going to hit this shot? Like, I'm going to really make this field goal. Like, come on. There we go. Let me put them scores up. Said the future NBA commissioner in the building. Yes, yes. And you said the Raiders need to go back to L.A. That's what I was saying. The Raiders need to go to L.A. Chargers should have went to Vegas. It has a better ring to it. And they would have had a real fan base. They would have cashed the fuck in. If the Raiders and the Rams were good in L.A., and then with Vegas you had the Chargers doing good, you could have maximized how much money you could have made. Because to be completely honest, Them Raiders fans, they ain't like the ones I was used to with Oakland. I'm gonna put it to you like that. That's all I'm gonna say is they just look so out of place. It looks like they went to a casual setting. I did not a football game. Usually I'm used to like the pads and all that shit. Nah. These guys all corporate button up. Not a big fan. But if they selling out, that's good. To make the NBA great again. Yeah, they gonna have to do a whole lot to make the NBA great again. A whole lot. See, I know Ice Cube a big Raiders fan. Yeah. I'm curious if he's still a Raiders fan now that they moved to Vegas. I wouldn't doubt it, but I'm just really curious. So, starting off, I guess I'm going to start off with that Ravens game since that was like the main talk. There was a whole lot going on in this game that caught my eye. Number one, Justin Tucker missed, earlier in the game, he missed a 49-yard field goal in the first quarter. And right before the miss, just like in my Rigged NFL Undeniable Truth video, they said he made 28 straight field goals on the road. Right before that, he missed. Like something about these announcers and jinxing kickers. Something about it. There was one stat at one point, I don't remember particularly, but it was like 6 points. I want to say 6 points, 6 yards, 6 penalties. I don't exactly remember the stat, but I remember seeing they had 666 on the stat line in front of John Harbaugh. Damn, I cannot remember what it was. If someone can find it, man, feel free to put it in the chat or put it in the comments. Let's see. Hollywood Brown, Mr. Drops. I might have to start calling this nigga Mr. Drops. He dropped I don't know how many passes, but in the first half alone, he dropped 2 easy touchdowns on the final drive the Ravens had in the first half. Both of them hit him square in the hands. There was one, I think, deep in the corner. There's another one. He had his coverage beat. Like, it was a foot race, and we all know Hollywood Brown fast as hell. He would have, boom, taken off with that shit. So you think ESPN made a documentary about the Raiders in L.A.? Yeah, they did. It was back in like 2015. Shit, it might have been a little bit earlier than that, but it was like around 2015 they had a documentary about the L.A. Raiders. Ice Cube had a big role in that. So a lot of players like LeBron said they predict what's going to happen before something happens in the game, and the dumb fans don't realize he's mocking them. Think he's lying and trolling. Exactly. Yeah, them niggas ain't. They don't be saying the shit they say for no reason. Tony Romo doesn't say there's a pretty good chance that the Chiefs and I'm gonna say Patriots, Chiefs and Buccaneers meet in the Super Bowl, and CBS just so happens to be the ones doing the coverage. Like, that's not a coincidence. So watch when the Ravens win the Super Bowl. That's the Hollywood Brown learns how to catch, and they'll use that as a reason why they win. Yeah, and guess what? They'll probably not give Lamar Jackson his due credit that he should get. Because they always find a way to criticize him when they lose, and then when they win, obviously they congratulate him. But they would slight that nigga. If the Ravens were to win, they would slight him. I already know that. Ice Cube was on the Lakers and Celtics documentary on ESPN as well. Yeah, if it got anything to do with LA, you can best believe Ice Cube gonna be on there. Like, no question about it. But yeah, speaking of Hollywood, he had all the drops, and they wanted to point out, I think it was Greg Gumbel. He said he was coming off of a 113-yard game the week prior. And all of a sudden he had these drops, and he was saying that both teams it was contagious. As in the Lions, both of them had drops all game. Or mainly the first half, they definitely had some drops, like both sides of the ball. And then you see in this, right after that, he says, the announcer says, I have a feeling that he's going to bounce back. See, it goes back to what he was saying about these announcers making predictions. Like they always tell you what's about to happen right before it happens. This team needs to get a touchdown to get a win. Next play, they get a touchdown. I'm telling you, they literally tell you what's gonna happen. Even with Justin Tucker, again, they did a flashback of him hitting a 61-yarder. And then next thing you know, on the drive, let me back it up. Pause. After they showed that flashback on that final drive, guess what happened? Justin Tucker ended up hitting a game-winning field goal, 66 yards instead of 61. And then they began panning to the sideline, showing him practicing his kicks. Or they showing the quarterback's body language. Peep the body language. I'm telling you, if they look all down in the dumps beforehand, chances are they gotta throw it. If they looking all happy and they smiling and stuff, and for some reason they losing, chances are they probably gonna win that game. It's like the Ravens got away with the delay of game as well. So I remember watching that live. I was like, hold up. That play clock definitely hit 0. But they didn't say anything. Tell you like the Cowboys memes on the crate challenge. I ain't seen no memes on the crate challenge with the Cowboys. Probably them almost getting to the end and stumbling. Like every year when they almost make the playoffs. It seemed to be like every year with Tony Romo, just about. What's my favorite Ice Cube song? Say today was a good day in Colorblind. Shit, No Vaseline. I say that's one of the greatest diss songs of all time. What up, John C. Louisville? You say who I got winning the NBA in 2022? I'm saying the Lakers, but it ain't going to be the same people that's on LeBron's team now. No, I believe half of them niggas finna get traded. Like it's going to be like the Cleveland Cavaliers back in, what was that, 2017, 2018, something like that. I forgot what year that was. I think it was 2018. It's finna be the same thing. You got all these old niggas. LeBron gonna be like, all right, man, these niggas ain't cutting it. I'm gonna keep AD, but the rest of you niggas, you gotta go. And I believe the Lakers gonna beat the Nets. Say a straight clown show. Yeah, straight clown show. Like I said, it's pure comedy at this point. I can't take this football seriously or anything like that. And let's see. I'm going to just wrap up what I have for the Ravens. I forgot I wrote a lot. CBS hit Lamar with the 42 ritual. They hit him with the 42 ritual. They had a stat line that showed 42 straight games with 100 yards rushing. I'm just like, man, I see what y'all trying to do. And how suiting it was Greg Gumbel of all people who said it. And most people ain't going to pick up on that. To Lake Show versus ISO Gang. Yeah, it's got a whole lot of storylines in it because you got Russell Westbrook, I'm going to say Wilson, versus old teammate Kevin Durant. And his other former teammate James Harden. That is if the Nets and Lakers were to meet up. And it would. As of right now, that would make perfect sense. All right, and for the Chargers game, there was a play where their offensive line moved early on purpose, like always, to put them out of field goal range. Late in the fourth with less than a minute remaining in the game. It's like those little things like that you think they don't be jumping off sides on purpose. You better think again. That was my favorite team LeBron went to. So you like him. I honestly don't like LeBron at all. Like that first Cleveland team, like his first stint there, I didn't have a problem with it. But other than that, I really don't care for LeBron. Said the Lakers was supposed to win last year, but you believe they flipped the script so Vegas could win. There wasn't any money on Bucks until they made it to the finals. Still more bets on Suns, so Vegas won. Yeah, that's what I think too. But it would also make sense that they build up that the whole new legacy thing. They follow the theme of the movie Space Jam. Like his old legacy would be the 23, the new one would be the 6, which he comes back winning the championship. So ends 23 going out in the first round, starts back with number 6 doing what he been doing in that number, winning championships. The U.S. teachers are caring because she gave you so much work. Didn't they call your parents if you didn't listen to her? Yeah, that's kind of weak. Said get that featuring Nets Lakers. Damn, Mookie already hitting us with the bad news. Shit. Hopefully ain't no bad news. Let's see what they scores. I didn't even watch the Packers 49ers game yet. I've been watching the race and shit. They out in Vegas. Which is great. Everything going on in Vegas. And I was watching Red Zone earlier today. And what's this dude? I want to say the nigga named Chris Hansen, whatever dude's name is. He was already like talking about you might want to pack your bags and make travel plans for the postseason for the Lakers. Damn, I'll say the Lakers. For LA and Vegas. He said that shit and I was like, we only in week 3 and you already talking about plans for the postseason. Which I'm not surprised because even on ESPN, Ryan Clark said after the Monday Night Football game between the Packers and Giants, or Packers and Lions, damn. The storyline, keyword storyline of the Raiders is gonna continue throughout the season. Same with Tom Brady playing at a high level. They said that storyline is gonna continue throughout the season. Damn. So you broke your ankle. Hopefully it ain't serious. Hopefully you just bounce back and you be straight. That people gonna think LeBron is done and Nets gonna win. They regret it. Lakers will win. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm seeing it. So you did that shit yesterday? Damn. Man, I hope you bounce back though. So that's all good. You gonna bounce back. Hell yeah, that's what's up. So you like the Nets Basquiat outfits? Yeah, them things was clean. Them things was clean. They got some clean uniforms for the colors they got. So what do I see on the Space Jam movie? Any future script I see? So you believe the Nets or Bucks are the goon squads that LeBron will beat? I say that's more so the Nets because they're always talking about how the Nets were the stacked team. Like how they had Kevin Durant, James Harden, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan at the time. Like just all these players that used to be either all-star or was somebody that you actually like was a actual star on another team. So I'll say that'd definitely be the Nets. And that's what it's shaping up to be. Now back to the NFL. Patrick Mahomes is starting to be another quarterback that I can tell is starting to throw games. Like it was more noticeable today than probably since the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, he just ran backwards and threw across his body all game. This one, he was throwing at the ground a lot. Like he would hesitate to make a decision, and he would just throw it at the ground a lot. And on that last pick, you knew he did it on purpose. Because we've seen him make some wild, crazy throws. This one was a lot more makeable. than a lot of the other ones. But for some reason, this one just so happened to be a straight interception. No difference than Lamar Jackson's pick in the Detroit game. Like, that one went straight to him. He knew damn well he wasn't supposed to throw that shit, but he threw it anyway. So you hate dealing with LeBron fans? They're annoying. Yeah, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. I have no clue who that is. Chin Up High by Amy. I don't know who that is. Amy Bababi. I have no clue who that is. Finna Google that real quick. Saying worst song ever. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Another interesting tidbit from the Chargers-Chiefs games. They mentioned that Patrick Mahomes was the fastest to 15,000 yards. And he wears number 15. They love doing that little number similarity shit. They love that. And then later in the game, to build more suspense, Jim Nance goes on to say they are setting it up for each team to score again. Obviously, that didn't happen, but that's what they were setting it up to be. I feel like that's another underrated term they use, is the whole setting it up thing, because that goes right along the lines of scripted, but setting it up. Peep that term, setting it up. I'm gonna have to remind myself of that one. So your high school football team lost your homecoming game 55-0. Damn. They that bad? Shit. Are they trying? Like, you didn't accidentally score at least one touchdown? Maybe a field goal, or I don't know, a safety? Come on. Coach sipping Jamba Juice out of a straw. That's a name right there. So you honestly think after today's game with the Raiders that the elites are energy vultures? You think they get a lot of energy from Raiders fans and how invested they are? It could be part of that, but I also think with them, it's the whole move to Vegas is just so super lucrative. Like, they have to make sure that they bring in a lot of revenue for Vegas. They didn't invest so much with the draft. They had the draft out in Vegas, new team, new stadium, all the betting that goes on there. It's just one of them cities, like a big hub, kind of like L.A. They had to make sure one of the L.A. teams was going to be successful while the other was not shit. Hell, even look at the New York area. You got the Jets, who suck, the Giants, who suck, and then you have the Bills. They're good. They know how to balance that shit out. Same with Florida. Jacksonville sucks. Miami, honestly, Miami sucks, but they're not the worst. And then you got the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers in Florida to balance things out. You said, what up, Tiger Strong? You say the Raiders Stadium looks weird as hell. Yeah, I was kind of mad it wasn't like a retractable roof type thing. It's really just like a new age dome. Kind of like It reminds me of the Texans Stadium, minus a retractable roof. It's kind of the same thing. I will say the one cool thing is that torch they got in there. That shit is actually kind of fly. Other than that, it just looks like a boring ass stadium. As for the Rams/Chargers stadium, SoFi Stadium, that shit look nice as hell. Especially that like really like that oval shaped jumbotron thing they got. That shit cool. I know they got that idea from the Falcons, from the Sphincter Dome. So you didn't even watch and you was hooked. Piss you off because they'll never just let the Raiders win easy. They always they always hook fans in with these heart attack games. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Raiders, I just realized that a lot of the Raiders games be going down to the wire, even back to last year and years before. They always end up somehow in overtime or down to the wire. That is wild. I just realized that strictly about the Raiders. That is wild. What up, Scotty Boy 36? You said the Ravens game was scripted as hell. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the easier games to predict how it was gonna go. Because with the Ravens game, it was really just the way it started. The Ravens started off slow, dropping easy touchdowns, dropping easy first downs, easy catches. Then you knew in the second half they was going to get something going offensively. I thought there'd be more points in the game, but obviously that didn't happen. I knew Detroit was going to come back because they got to make it interesting. They're not going to have just one lopsided ass game where the Ravens kicking ass. No. Hell no. Said they wanted to go back to LA. They've been wanting to go back to LA. Say Texas with the Texans and Cowboys. Yeah. At one point it was crazy to even say this. It was the Texans that was really holding the flag as like that dominant team in Texas. Now it's about to shift back to the Cowboys. Texans, they got their whole mess with Deshaun Watson. They got to worry about that. So the only good thing about their new stadium is they're playing on natural grass. Yeah. I was just thinking like, man, they could have been playing on artificial turf. That would have been really weird. It really would have been generic as hell, to be honest. Talking about Energy Stadium. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Is the Raiders reminds me of their stadium. Mine's a retractable roof. F the LA Stadium, Stereo Corporate Stadium. I don't know. I fuck with the futuristic design. It's like they took the Cowboys idea and made it better. Oh, yeah. So you remember the Chargers played at a soccer stadium. Yeah, they couldn't even sell it out. The road team always had more fans than the Chargers. Because they didn't really have a fan base out there. It was too far away from San Diego. And I mean, hell, they had to upcharge the tickets too. Because what only hold like 30,000 people. So they had to skyrocket them tickets. And ain't nobody finna pay all that money for the Chargers. Say without using gematria, you always bet opposite of what the sheep would bet. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Because you might, doing the gematria route, like, how do I put this? Doing the gematria route to solely pick your bets, I guess, for football, and then factor in doing all the different numbers and shit. Some of them you'll end up overthinking. Because sometimes it's just, you can just use common sense. Like if I don't know if the Falcons played the Bills. Chances are the Bills going to kick their ass. You don't really need a whole lot of numbers. But again, since the NFL, you never know. But like I said, that's the case. You can use some common sense. If you was a Chargers owner, you play in the LA Coliseum, but the NFL won't allow it because they want that money. That it's hard as hell to sell out the LA Coliseum. Like USC was struggling to do that, and that's before they started getting not being the old USC. Like that stadium is big as hell. And then you gotta think about the field conversion too. I was watching a video on YouTube yesterday about this. I don't even know how this scrolled up, but talking about like the process it takes to actually repaint everything and go over all of the posters. Like for say they had USC at a home game on Saturday, they got to take all the banners off the USC stuff and really cover it up with all the Rams stuff, and then they got to paint all the red out of the end zone with all the blue for the Rams. Paint the NFL logo over the USC interlock SC. Like it's a lot that goes on with that shit. So it'd be a lot easier if they just had a new stadium. And of course, the Chargers owner wants the money too. Yeah, Spanos fucked over San Diego though. He fucked them over. They don't fuck with him at all. Hell yeah, man. Give me tickets to all the Hawks games. All the Hawks games and all the Brooklyn Nets games. But yeah, I see the Chargers being a good team this year. I don't necessarily see them being like, I guess, an elite team. But I think they might stumble into the postseason. Who knows? They might stumble into the postseason. To the Chargers and the NFL Sacramento Kings. That's a good comparison. I was going to say it'd be the Lions, but the Lions are really like the Pistons. Minus the historical success. But yeah, that's a good analogy for the Chargers, though. They are definitely like the Kings. Now I think about it, they always come up close, and then they'll find a way to lose. Some games like shit. They gonna do it again this year. I promise you. They gonna have games where they fuck around and lose that they should have won. It's just something the Chargers do. So the Hawks gonna be like 4-3. I'm mad they fired dude though. I'm mad they fired dude. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Oh, right here. Said like the Ravens at -8.5 today. That's a setup. They gonna win. Sheep gonna be like, that's an easy cover. So they take the Lions at +8.5. Yeah, I know whenever they got like a week's game slate like this, they gonna make sure the games are close to compensate. They gotta keep interest somehow. That's just how that shit goes. But yeah, speaking of interest, let me see that Raiders, because I had a lot for that Raiders game. Off rip, they had the rainbow coverage of Carl. Is it Carl Nassib? Yeah. I don't know why I put Ryan Nassib. Oh, Carl Nassib. The whole him coming out the closet, of course. I already know what that's about. I swear they ain't done that in every game. They had the magnet manipulated field goal miss by Miami's kicker in the first half. And then the Derek Carr pick 6. The tight end just gave up on his route. Like from the back angle, you could tell. I'm like, hold up, nigga. Like you should have kept running and caught that easy first down. Dude literally stopped and didn't even try to really pursue after the interception. So you missed the Pistons playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills. It kind of went unnoticed because they were bad for so long. I I didn't realize until they said it. Like, they don't even play there anymore. I was like, what? You love Ryan Cameron. You like Mason with the Pistons and the Heat PA announcer. Yeah, the Heat PA announcer are legit. Raiders Chargers Monday Night Football next week. Raiders 34, Chargers 31 in OT. Another thriller again. Shit, it might be. It might be. But nah, for real, they doing that for the money. For real, that's big money. They trying to go for the big money with Vegas and LA. Divisional matchup with two good teams. And somehow Kansas City's in last place, which is even wild to imagine that with Patrick Mahomes, they in last place. Say people that bet on spreads this week got messed up. Yeah, that's when them teasers would have came into play. You don't win as much, but shit, you would have won. Unless you bet it like, I don't know, plus 10 on the Seahawks or something. I really thought they would have covered that, though. I can't believe they lost by 13, to be honest. So what's up with these teams calling timeouts when the game is over? When the game is over, clock is running. The Jags almost covered. They were on the 10-yard line. Guess they had to check in with Vegas. Sometimes they do it for ritualistic purposes too. Like say it's a certain number they need to get. They'll just call a timeout. So it's part of that too. Or they'll take ill-advised timeouts earlier in the first or second half. They'll just burn, like, say they burn the timeout 2 minutes into the third quarter. Just so they'll have less timeouts later on in the game. The script sucks even if the Raiders make playoffs. These games are starting to suck because the script never changes with this team. I think the only thing different will be that they going to win more games this year. That's probably the only difference. Except for you, Miami Heat. Yeah, that nigga called. The Heat always have the best intros. Oh, the Bulls MJ days, yeah, that shit was cool. I remember when I was a kid, WGN would show like the full like the little intro video they show on the Jumbotron. They would show that, and then they do the player introductions and shit. That shit was cool as hell. And then when I got older, it wasn't as cool when they didn't have Michael Jordan and shit doing. I'm like, yeah, these niggas are scrubs, man. This is before Derrick Rose too, so I was like, these niggas sorry. He even got that fiery intro whenever he was playing with the Wizards and they end up going back to United Center to play the Bulls. And I thought that was pretty cool. So it makes stupid that on Thursday some nigga was, I'm lost. What? I'm lost on that comment. I'm lost. But like I was saying with the Raiders, until that shit makes sense. With the Raiders, again, they win in overtime. They whiffed on the tackle for Jacoby Brissett to get the touchdown. Didn't really try anything on the coverage, so they get the 2 points. Send the OT. Here's the other funny one. Daniel Carlson hit 28 straight field goals as he kicked the field goal to make it 28-25. They did that a lot this week, but this game in particular, I was like, really? They had another stat line that Derek Carr had 25 game-winning drives when the score was tied 25-25 at overtime. Like really? Like, who you fooling? So you like the Pistons final countdown 04? I vaguely remember that one. The thing about getting back in the NBA, but you hate the style they play nowadays. Last team he followed was the Rose Bulls up until his first injury. That was a fun defense-oriented team. Yeah, bro, D Rose was something else. That nigga was something else, I swear. If he hadn't gotten the injury, man, his career trajectory would have been completely different if he had never gotten injured. So it was at your school when someone was twerking. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. So how the hell did Tucker make that kick? Had to be Magnus. No one would be making 66-yard field goals. 66, there's got to be some meaning with those. Yeah, my video, if you go to the comments I posted on there, Baltimore Ravens equals 66. You know, I'll show you. I will show you. Video screen share on these niggas. Alright, there we go. There you go. Baltimore Ravens equals 66. It's like a 66-yard field goal. So you can't even hoop. Damn. Hey, man, just rest up, though. Heal up. I know you want to get back out there, but just rest up and heal up and shit. Hopefully you get a speedy recovery. Then you had a throwback Thursday at school and rolled like gangsta and you wore a Fresh Prince outfit. That's what's up. That's wild. Y'all, some of y'all niggas weren't even born back then. That's crazy. Rose would be the face of the league if he didn't get hurt. That's a fact. That nigga was cold. How do you convince someone that the league that they like is rigged and scripted? Shit, show them that video that I made of the NFL. Cause I mean, shit, I made sure to put some niggas having tweets and shit in that bitch talking about niggas is the shit is scripted, like coming from real players, comparing it to WWE and shit. So the injuries in the NFL 90% fake. Would I agree? I wouldn't say 90% fake. If I had to pick a number, I'd really say how many of them say fake 90%. Shit, that's high. I would really say around 65, 70. 65 to 70 would be the fake ones. The other 35 to 30 are the real ones. It's like the first thing I check is like that number. I look at the time, look at the score, look at the number. Sometimes a nigga who's hurt happens to be jersey number, say, I don't know, 24. He gets hurt. The team he's playing for happens to have 24 points, or there's 24 seconds left on the clock whenever he got hurt. Said Rose is a bomb, man. Gordon, you tripping. If you say is, you might be right. If you talking about is and was, you this nigga tripping now. You tripping. Nigga said is and was. Nah, you tripping. That's funny as hell, though. So you just gonna chill and watch live. That's what's up. Hell yeah, that's what's up. And they dressing like Nelly with the Band-Aid on. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Say, name one game he contributed to. What the hell? He was an MVP of the league. What do you mean? What do you mean? The next 10% of injuries, black magic. Could be that Dak Prescott injury, definitely. When he got hurt last year, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, that ain't by chance. This dude who's talking about he wants to get paid more money just so happens to get hurt. And it worked out perfectly for Jerry Jones' little evil racist ass. Are you serious? Yeah, that was That was a major red flag for me. I was like, this nigga might have put a hex on Dak Prescott. And then there was who else? I found it odd that Earl Thomas got hurt against the Cowboys when he was playing for the Seahawks. It was like that's the team that you heard rumors of him wanting to go to, and he just so happens to get hurt against them. Like, And if I remember correctly, I want to say that was at Dallas. If you say sports or scripted, they will laugh at your face. Yeah, because, like, people take rigged and scripted two totally different ways. Rigged, they can be more on board with that because the New England Patriots exist. So the idea of being rigged makes a lot more sense. The idea of him telling them it's scripted and telling them just everything about it is fake, it just fucks with their ego. As a sports fan, it's like, I've been lied to my whole life. Like, this shit is fake. I go fuck him up, though. LeBron do be tripping. Oh, he played for the Dolphins, nigga. That shit funny as hell. That shit never get over. That nigga, bro, Gordon was tripping, bro. Gordon trolling. That shit funny, though. So LeBron probably used black magic on him to keep his spot. LeBrick be shady as fuck. Hell yeah, he's shady as hell. It's crazy now when I see like LeBron James smiling pictures and shit. I can see just how evil this motherfucker is. I'm just like, this nigga is one evil son of a bitch. And I see that with a lot of these athletes, like Tom Brady. Like when that nigga, I don't know what it is, but like certain athletes, when I see them smile, I'm like, man, you just one evil motherfucker. Like, you really trying to hide that shit and you think you slick with it. Tom Brady, that's the main one. I'm like, this nigga look evil as shit. A lot of them NFL owners be looking evil as fuck too. Jerry Jones. That's the main one that popped into my mind. I'm 36. How LeBron be trying to recruit stars and shit. That shit funny as hell. The Adam Silver. I already told you how I felt about Adam Silver. Like, Adam Silver he just give off some zesty vibes and some potentially creepy vibes. Let's just put it that way. Since day one, I'm just like, this nigga, something ain't right. This can't be no real commissioner. Just can't be. Say LeBrick is he's a Hollywood now, so it's pretty much confirmed. I mean, his whole career been scripted out, so he been down. He was already throwing up this shit, the dynasty sign, all that shit when his first stint in Cleveland, like where he was still affiliated with who? Jay-Z. I'm gonna say it again. He was already affiliated with Jay-Z, so he been down with the get down. Hit that like button. Nigga talking something. Give me your ring. Give me your ring. You want hooping? Give me your ring. That shit funny. So Adam Silver with his Voldemort looking ass. Bro, I'm telling you, that nigga don't look. Something just off about that nigga, man. That nigga energy just off. Just off as hell. It's crazy. I was watching that Tampa Bay Rams game. It's crazy. The one time Brady looked like he played better, but everything else on the other team, the defense just forgot how to tackle. I'm going to say it again. Looked like the defense forgot how to tackle. And we've seen this a lot. And it's those, I call them whiffs. Whenever they whiff, they just forgot how to tackle. Like, I don't know, how the hell how you play this game in probably middle school, high school, college, and pros, All of these you have practice. How you in the NFL and you just suddenly forget how to tackle? Just like on that kick return or missed field goal return for a touchdown in that Cardinals Jaguars game. Dude had Agnew wrapped up and just somehow couldn't bring him down. And just like kind of slipped right off. I'm like, how you just forget how to tackle like that? That's my one question. Anyone who thinks this shit is real. Like Hollywood Brown, how does he suddenly forget to how to catch the ball? If his whole job, his whole life of playing football is to catch a football. And it's not like he's a rookie either. Like a damn Ninja Turtle. No, that's Russell Westbrook. That's the Ninja Turtle. Probably gonna call him nigga Skirtle or some shit now. Russell Dressbrook. That's all we know. Hey, Brady a couple years ago did a pass option play and he kept the ball on the scramble and the defense just parted like the Red Sea for him. You couldn't believe your eyes. I don't even remember that play. I've definitely seen some plays where Brady had a rushing touchdown and you could tell they let him score that because his slow ass could not get there in time. But they had to slow down on pursuing. That's why I say they don't really blitz that nigga until it's time for him to lose. Then they finally up the pressure. Or in his case, he'll just overthrow the hell out of receiver. I remember on that late drive in the fourth quarter, they were in the red zone. He overthrew the hell out of, who was it, Gronk? I think it was Gronk or not Chris Godwin. I want to say it was Gronk was one of them. He overthrew the hell out of him. The one hit Gronk right in the hands. And somehow he had to bobble and couldn't hold on. Listen to these NFL films, music in the 70s. Oh, yeah, that shit classic. They even got them, like, in a lot of the old Madden games, they have, like, that old classic music to give it that old school style. Old school style, that shit pretty dope. To everybody who's played football knows that the QB gets tattooed on pass option plays, whether they keep the ball or not. Especially Brady, someone who was notoriously known for not being able to run well. What's good, T-Bull? T-Bull in the building. So remember you think it was against the Jets, you'll try to find it. All right, bet. Sam Spence did have some classics. I remember on Super Bowl Sundays back when I was younger, they do like a historical, like a little, I guess, documentary style recap of each Super Bowl and like the backstory leading up to the game of like certain players and interviews. And they would start from like Super Bowl 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up until the last Super Bowl before the one that's about to play that day. That shit was cool. It was like a marathon. I think it used to be on what channel was that? I don't remember if it was NFL Network or was it ESPN? Or it might have been ESPN too. One of them had like the all day marathon. That shit was cool. Yeah, I think wasn't that like the snow episode or some shit? It was like snowing. They played that music. Adam last minute said, "How about standing up?" Even they had the narrator John first sent. Yeah, bro, the narration was what made it. The narration was A1. I ain't even gonna cap about that shit. I still wonder now if they do that. If they do the whole narration and do like every Super Bowl recap on up to the Super Bowl. Because I'm pretty sure I could go through like every Super Bowl and you could find some weird shit that didn't add up. Because I'm sure I mentioned this before. Every Super Bowl has like that. What the hell were you thinking moment? Just about every playoff game has that if it's not a blowout. Like the earliest Super Bowl I can think of where something just popped in my head. Joe Namath guaranteed a Super Bowl win for the Jets. That's the first one that pops into my mind. Right there. Tim Brown even said the Raiders threw the Super Bowl when they were playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the early 2000s. Like, they switched up their entire game plan the night before. And that's not something you do in the Super Bowl. Say the Rams' first TD safety. If he just fell, no one around him. Yeah. I remember watching, it was at the Bears-Rams game. I don't even know how I didn't catch this. But there was a play where receiver caught the ball, hit the ground. Two Chicago Bear defenders ran near him. You know, if the player's down, you touch them, they are ruled down. Both players like ran in the same direction for a second and stopped and let him get up and run. Like, they just ignored the whole idea of touching him while he was down. If I remember, I'll have to upload a video breaking that one down. Because I was just like, holy shit, how the hell am I just now seeing this play? Like, I think this might have been one of the worst plays, point blank period, to be completely honest with you. Like, if I had to make a list of plays this season so far that are just ridiculous, that one might be at the top so far. See what the Packers-Niners doing. Oh, look at that. They got themselves an entertaining game, 24-21. Green Bay over them Niners, the 49ers. 24-21. The autumn wind is a radiator. He'll knock you upside down and laugh till he's been conquered in one classic narration. Oh, yeah, dude was a legend. Dude was a legend with the narration. Honestly, if you just listen to him talk, you'd forget this shit was even rigged or scripted. You'd just be like, damn, this nigga really knows how to cover some football. It's like, oh, wait, nah, this shit's scripted, buddy. Shit's scripted. See what else caught my attention. In the Bengals Steelers game, Jamar Chase, they love pointing them threes. I always tell you about them threes, them sixes. They mentioned he had 3 TDs in 3 games. I won't say he scored 2 in this last game. But there's your 33. Like the 33rd degree Freemason. At halftime of the Ravens-Lions game, they even mentioned how Big Ben got his 399th passing touchdown. And that was the story of the game. And his former coach, Bill Cowher, was the one who said that. I've literally not watched a single bit of this Packers game. But from the way I'm looking at it by like the quarter breakdown, scoring summary and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if this shit go into overtime. Like, I could definitely see this game going into overtime. Because again, like I said, the slate this week was kind of weak. They had a relatively weak slate, so they got to make it interesting. Man said the NFL film is where they talk about them Cowboys in the 70s and the Raiders. You wish they would bring them back. Yeah, that's another reason why they want to have the Cowboys and the Raiders good too. Because like they've mentioned it before, how the NFL isn't as exciting whenever the Cowboys and Raiders aren't good or relevant. That statement is true with the Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys, but that is 100% true. The Raiders, yeah, that's kind of true. Now I think about it, it's kind of true. I don't take them seriously as a contender, though, but it's kind of true. It's no different than the NBA when the Knicks are good, usually the NBA is better. I'll say since they were back in the playoffs against the Hawks, it was actually entertaining seeing fans at Madison Square Garden. Bringing that New York energy. Boom, actual boos and not automated crowd noise. I hated that shit. But yeah, the NFL is trying to make as much money back as possible. So I would say I'd be willing to bet more than half of the weeks this season you'll see an overtime game. At some point, one of them games is going to go to overtime because they going to have to make up for the shit they lost last season. Knicks fans. Yeah, that sounds about right. And yeah, they be spitting on people and shit too. Not all of them, but yeah, they got them out there. They got them out there. So hopefully no more Raider overtime. I mean, shit, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be the slightest bit surprised. Shit, they might pull out a stat line for the number of times the Raiders go to overtime this season. Watch. I promise you they gonna do it. And then they gonna call it out and talk about how the story of their season is all these late game wins by the Raiders showing heart and how Derek Carr is such a great leader and such a good quarterback. What yada yada yada. Watch. I'm telling you, watch. They say Giannis free throw 1, 2, 3, 4. That shit was funny. It'd be funny if like fans did that in football. Granted, they do have a play clock they can see. But it'd be funny if they just started counting down some wrong number and then they snap way too early. Or like fuck up a kicker's rhythm. Because I feel like there was a game I saw where they purposely counted early. And someone like shot it. I forgot what it was. Thought he made it or missed it or something like that. I don't remember. But it was like kind of like a prank or something. Shit was funny though. Say Tampa losing. Yeah. Tampa trash. They ain't really trash. They really should have won that game. If they remembered how to tackle, they would have won that game. Saying that, what? Says good for protein. The hell? But yeah, I think that's 2 years in a row the Rams beat the Buccaneers. I've noticed that. Because they got to make Matt Stafford look good, which he was a good quarterback just in a shitty situation playing for Detroit. That's like a dead-end team to play with in the NFL. To be honest, it's kind of like the Packers. The Packers are kind of like, at this point, a dead-end team. Like Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna win there or anymore. So Aaron Rodgers wants out. He wants a fresh start somewhere. See what they got going on. Still the same thing. Packers got the ball. Be nice to have a play-by-play. Damn. I got his stats. Intentional grounding non-call. Oh, shit. That's what we doing already? Okay. That's what we doing. Okay. Look at that interesting story. Aaron Rodgers preferred to land with 49ers amid of all-season drama. And he just so happens to play the team that he wanted to go to. Interesting. Yeah, the Ravens 66-yarder. Yeah, man, like when I saw it, I thought, because when I watched it live, I thought he had cleared it. I was like, all right, he gonna nail that. And then I heard that thung, that noise. I was like, okay, that was definitely magnet manipulated. You mean to tell me he hit the front iron and it bounced up and went over to end the game? To end the game? Come on. And I know some of these kicks, like field goals they miss, that be indoors. I know they be like hooking to the left and to the right. I'm just like, you indoors, ain't no wind. Why this shit hooking like that? Like, it'd be one thing if it went this way or went that way. But when the shit be doing this and then it starts hooking, you got to really start, I guess, putting things together like, yo, this place got a roof. Where the wind coming from? Like, you really got to start thinking about that. What up, Wayne DRB in the building? Say Aaron Rodgers always wanted to go to the Niners beginning of his career. I feel like I heard the same thing about Brady, too. Like, Brady grew up a 49ers fan. I don't see that likely happening, though. Like, they got Trey Lance. Yeah, I don't see that happening, but who knows? The NFL does screw over black quarterbacks, so who knows? It'd be something if they traded, I don't know, Garoppolo for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers takes Trey Lance's potential spot. Who knows? So you remember in those 70s NFL films where they kicked the field goal barefoot? Yeah, them men was crazy. They were crazy as hell back then. Like, they play no gloves. The catch, they had stick 'em. They didn't have grip gloves at the time. It was like stick 'em. It's like the stuff you put in your hands, and well, I mean, self-explanatory. Catch it. It's kind of like It's kind of like that dreadlock gel shit. That's probably the best way to describe, like, putting that shit, I guess, on your hand. But obviously they got outlawed, so that's when they moved to the gloves. But yeah, they was wild with it. Who's it? Tom Dempsey. He had like no toes on one of his feet. He would just boot that thing, kick like 60. What did he kick? 63 yards. Nailed the 63 yard. He used to play for the Saints. That's just wild. But yeah, looking at like the Ice Bowl and like those kind of games, I'm just like, these men are crazy. Like, they didn't have hand warmers and all this stuff. They didn't have all this advanced technology to keep you warm the same way. I know them niggas had to be freezing. Especially their hands. I know their hands had to be numb as hell. Like, I bet they had to stick their hands in lukewarm water just to thaw them bitches out after the game. Niggas' hands be purple and shit. What up, Ian Prime? Green Bay scored yet again, 27-21. They kicked the field goal. Making the game interesting to see if the 49ers can come back. Mm. '70s NFL do things that will not fly today. '70s and '80s are real. No. The condition, they didn't have all the advanced technology like they do now. Or most of it, should I say, but that shit was still entertainment. I think Eric Dickerson even mentioned that shit, that it was more WWE. So basically, one of the things that's always been scripted, but they just ramped it up as time's gone on, especially in later years. Like last year, I think a lot more people realized, I don't know, I guess because they didn't have any fans at the game, so you just see the empty stadium, things tend to stick out more. There's not a whole lot of things in the background to distract you, like a fan holding up a sign or anything like that. It's just players, bunch of empty seats that all look the same. So your focus is really on that player and what they're doing. Two minutes, 29 seconds. San Fran got the ball. So what's my favorite NFL jerseys? I still like that black Michael Vick. That Atlanta Falcons there with the black jersey, that shit was fly with the red and shit on the side. That shit was fly. That might be my favorite. And then when they came out with the red alternate with the black outline on the numbers, man, I was like, bro, this some futuristic shit here. Like, the NFL was not ready for these jerseys. Hell, I remember, I'm mad they didn't even wear them. The Titans had an alternate red jersey. It was like red, and I think it had navy shoulder designs on them. That shit was cool. Titans in the early 2000s. Yeah, the Titans, before these, the Titans had some really cool jerseys. These now, then, but back then they had some fly jerseys. They definitely ramped it up and injected steroids in it because nowadays it's ridiculous. You got crazy games every week and records being broken. Like, what the hell? Exactly. Yeah, like, just some of the wildest records too. What was that? Like Agnew, he had a kick return for a touchdown against Denver, and now a missed field goal, and now he runs that back and scores in the next week. Really? Like, you know damn well why are you kicking a 68-yard to a dude who can actually kick that back, unless you were trying to let him score. 2-minute warning. What up, Quiz the Kid? Say you like the Oilers circa late 60s or 70s with the silver helmets. Yeah, that shit was nice. The Oilers had some cool jerseys. Teams from back in the day had some fly shit. The Oilers. Dallas. Say Dallas had some. Who else? What's some like really shit? The LA Rams. The first LA Rams. I like their jerseys too. Do I like the color rush? Some of them are cool, like the Saints. That one's cool. The Raiders, I like that. Some of them are just crazy. Like when they did the mustard gold Jaguar jersey, that shit was just ugly. Like what the fuck? Like who thought this was a good idea? Who are some ugly ones? The Buccaneers this year is actually cool. It's like the dark gray, the black, whatever you want to call it. That shit cool. The other one, they look like a bottle of ketchup. I wasn't with that. That shit was ugly. They look like an alternate Falcons jersey. Who else? Oh shit, Seattle. Them bright ass neon jerseys. They don't need that. Leave that shit to Oregon. I know like they close to Oregon, but leave that shit to them. And then lastly, them bottle of mustard jerseys them Rams had. That shit was ugly as fuck. Shit was ugly. They look confused on the field. That's all I can say. Them niggas look confused and lost. Probably why they got their ass destroyed by the Ravens. I think they was wearing them same jerseys. Them mustard yellow jerseys. Yeah, they were. Did the greatest show on turf. Rams jerseys were cool. Yeah, they were solid. They were solid. I don't know. I just never really cared for those jerseys as much. Hell, I actually like the Lions' new jerseys now, to be honest. Said Jimmy Garoppolo's career record as a starter, 26-8, can become 26-9, like 9-26 today's date. Damn, there you have it. There you have it. But of course, they're going to make it as interesting as possible. So you hate the color rush uniforms. You only need 2. So the NFL has gone the way of the NBA with teams. I mean, they got to bring in the younger audience, too. It's like college. College, they got all these alternate jerseys, these special edition jerseys. Like, shit, Tennessee had smoke gray. They broke the norm of broke the tradition of always having just orange jerseys. Shit, when Lane Kiffin was there, they had the black jersey on Halloween. That shit was cool as fuck. That shit's still cool. But it's no different. Like, you just go with the times. I think Oregon really paved the way for that shit. Because, like, with Oregon, they were the ones, they got, like, 10 different uniforms. So, in college, it's a recruiting tool, merchandising tool. So, that's another reason, too, merchandising. Now, it's like you can pick between, the black jersey, the white jersey, the purple jersey, the color rush jersey. I have no problem with it. It's just as long as they don't do what they did when they had the first time they did color rush with the Rams, or not Rams, with the Jets and the Bills. It was like red versus green. But if you colorblind, you really can't tell the difference. Yeah, they learn from that quick. Take glad the Raiders refuse to change uniforms. Yeah, then the Colts. Almost said the Jets, but the Chiefs. Cowboys, usually they just keep that traditional look. The Packers, the Bears, they don't deviate. I like that. The Bills OJ jerseys were cool. Yeah, those were. That helmet too was fly. I'm glad they went back to their older scheme now versus what they were doing with that navy shit with the little blue rectangles. That shit was ugly too. Them red helmets, that shit was ugly as hell. What up, Christopher Campos? Say you think the 49ers will score and Rodgers will drive for a game-winning field goal or OT. Damn. Yeah, they gave him time. They got 37 seconds. Yeah, the Steelers too. Yeah, the Steelers got traditional shit too. Yeah, I saw that Chiefs game. No, it was before overtime. Yeah. Yeah, when the Chiefs lose, it's so obvious. Because they be losing to teams they know, damn well they could beat. Damn well they could beat. You just text and relaxing. Hell yeah. The Ravens color rush one was cool. Yeah, I like the Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens had a cool one. The Titans, I'm mad. The Titans shit was just like they alternate jersey with matching colored pants. So you like the University of Houston classic logo? I gotta remember what they look like. See what we got. Oh, the UH. Okay. Thought you meant like that. Cougar. Said Washington football team was solid. Yeah, they weren't bad. They could have been better. I'm curious if they ever gonna get a nickname though. That's for sure. Cause I don't know. I haven't said Redskins a whole lot, except that time obviously. But yeah, it's hard saying football team. The football team, like nigga, pick a mascot. Pick a mascot and keep moving. God damn. I mean, just can't be all here calling y'all the football team like this soccer. Nah, nigga, pick something, stick with it. Say the clock stopped at 37 seconds. Packers equals 73. Just like 37, they can possibly stay on 37 wins versus the 49ers all time. Damn. That shit is comical. See, 16 seconds left. Damn, it's crazy having to go off this play-by-play shit. Said he might miss a field goal. Three seconds. I ain't even seen it. Let me see. Yep, same score. But I mean, it wouldn't shock me. Like I said, these games gonna have to be exciting. Gotta make sure they thrilling. They gotta make sure they go down to the wire. Nice. So it's gonna be a dramatic kick, yeah. I can't tell from this if they even have any timeouts left. Let me see. San Fran couldn't run the ball for shit. So really, the major difference was the Packers rushing the ball. Because Niners had more first downs, more efficient on third down. Ran more total plays, but they gave up 4 sacks. Had to punt 4 times. Had less penalties, but they had a pick and a fumble. And lost the time possession battle. And look at that. The Packers, I guess, had a game-winning field goal. Yep, Mason Crosby hit a game-winning field goal. Good from 51 yards away. His 3rd field goal of the night. Now look at that. Another game-winning field goal this week. Really today, I ain't going to just say this week. 51-yarder. Just like that, the Packers hold on. Nice. You know, it seemed like back then extra points were money. Nowadays, kickers are missing all over the place. I mean, they did push it back, so that could be part of it, is why they wanted to push it back, to give them more leeway so they could point shave. Oh no, and make games more interesting than where you have to do more 2-point conversions. Cause there was at one point Mike Tomlin was like, "Man, fuck that. Everything is 2-point conversion. We ain't kicking shit." That's crazy. The nigga hit a 51-yarder. You call that, but that shit is so obvious. Yeah, man, that's how it be. That's how it be. Tell you really thought y'all were gonna lose? Nope. I'm probably gonna be on here 5 more minutes and then I'm finna head to bed after that shit. Been a long ass day. I've been up since goddamn shit, what, 5 in the morning? Yeah, I think I woke up at like 5 in the morning. Just up. Tell you like the Lions Barry Sanders jersey. I don't see a lot of people rocking that jersey. I do like that jersey, but yeah, Barry Sanders I feel like gets slept on because of the team he was on. Like, dude was one of the most exciting players to watch. But again, you know, it's kind of like the curse of playing with the Lions. Like Megatron. Megatron was a beast of a receiver, but he played for the Lions. Matt Stafford finally is on like a good team, a relevant team. Him with Detroit was like he was doing all of this work for nothing. It'd be like if he was on a group project, you had like 4 people, and then 2 of the people were lazy as shit and didn't do anything, and then one person kind of tried, and then you had to really carry the weight, and then you end up getting a C. That's Matt Stafford. To go watch NFL films, John Farson, the highlights in the 70s classic narration. Yeah, I done seen that shit. Yeah, they need to add the music to the new ones now, though. Like, add all that Sam Spence shit to today's highlights. Actually, that's what they should do. That or, was it Sunday Night Countdown? I actually fuck with Sunday Night Countdown. Like, Chris Berman is just iconic. He could go all the way. Like, that shit never gets old. Take a great analogy with Matt Stafford. Yeah, Matt Stafford just, yeah, like I said, I felt bad for him that he was in Detroit having his talent wasted there. But you know, I mean, it's fake, but still, like, you in Detroit having your talent wasted. I mean, that says Sam Spence music better than they rapping pop crapping NFL films. I mean, I ain't gonna ride around the car bumping some Sam Spence, but like for NFL purposes, it is. I'm gonna put it that way. But I'll say some of the YouTube people be making like highlights of different athletes. They be throwing some bangers on that bitch, though. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be forgetting I'm watching a highlight reel. But man, this shit bump. I'm like, oh, this a highlight reel. This ain't even supposed to be about the music. Shit. You know, what up, different TV? So we know it's fake, but still sit down on Sundays and watch it. Ain't that a bitch? Right? That shit is funny as hell though. Yeah, that shit funny though. Only major difference is the level of emotional investment. Like now when I watch it, it's strictly for the laughs and for this. It used in fantasy. It used to be because like I really wanted to see the Ravens win. Now I don't really give a shit. Like if Justin Tucker had missed that field goal, I wouldn't have given a fuck. But yeah, that shit is funny though. Said brain dead Android NFL fans would bet on Rams to go to the Super Bowl. I could see that. I could see that. And people who think sports are real, just leave me and my boy Lobo alone. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Yeah, Rams are your favorite team like Stone Cold was your favorite wrestler. What's up, JSN? That's what's up. Yeah, the Rams gonna be an exciting team for some years. I think for some years. I don't see them putting them through a rebuild or anything like that anytime soon. Same with the Raiders. So, but yeah, Chargers too. I think they all set up. They're all set up well to be lucrative and to be successful in the NFL. Go to the playoffs, sell tickets because that's what it's about. You can maximize SoFi Stadium with two teams potentially going to the playoffs. Yeah, he was funny. His outer ring character is a lot similar to like, I guess him in the ring minus like the crazy shit, like throwing beer on people and shit. They're not knowing NFL is WWE and the Rams are playing the role as the antagonist for Tom Brady to overcome. Yeah. They seem to be his kryptonite, at least since he's been to Tampa Bay. Yeah, that shit was wild. Niggas throwing food and shit. And then John Cena, Doctor of Thugonomics, was funny as hell. Yeah, that was like the last good scene in wrestling. All right, yeah, I'm about to wrap this up. About to go to bed, all that good shit. Probably should leave that up. But yeah, this has been week 3 NFL recap of this rigged NFL. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you know whenever I go live or drop any new content. I might do a kickback cooking up live tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. And then I know on Wednesday I'm supposed to be going live again. So stay tuned for that, man. Stay tuned for that. So thank you for watching. We are out.